So I saw Aladdin a couple days ago and, okay, let me try to get through this. I'll admit to watching this film with some trepidation. I'm not a fan of live action remakes as a concept, and Aladdin was one of my favorite Disney films as a kid, so I didn't want to see its remake get botched by the same company who made it. But then I sat down, and the Disney logo and music arrived. A reverent stillness took over the room. The parents and kids stopped chatting, and suddenly all my misgivings fled. I hadn't seen a classic-style Disney film in theaters since I was a kid, and I realized that I had missed it. I wanted to go on this adventure, and I was filled with genuine optimism and excitement. Which lasted about 5 minutes. Aladdin 2019 rushes its first act to such a degree it's almost comical. The two leads have zero time to develop, and dispersed through this is my number one biggest problem with the film. The majority of the dialogue is new, which I like in concept, but every few minutes they cram in a line from the original and it's so misplaced and amateur the way they do it. Like the bit with the "only the fleas will mourn you" exchange, it takes about 10 seconds here. The movie was clearly hacked to pieces in the editing room, and honestly, the first act felt like it was on fast forward. Except for the Sultan, the acting here is atrocious. I don't know where they got the actress who plays Jasmine, but they need to put her back. She has a constant expression of exasperation throughout the film, her line delivery is community theater at best and porno at worst, and nothing she utters sounds like a real person speaking. Be prepared for other reviews to completely ignore this and focus on her song, Speechless, which is decent, but I feel like it's there to be a political talking point that distracts people from the film's quality. The actor who plays Aladdin is bad too, but it seems more based on inexperience, like he isn't comfortable in the role. It doesn't help that the dialogue is embarrassing. There's a good 20-minute chunk of scenes comprised of awkward humor, where the characters fumble over their words and get flustered. It pulls a parking brake on the pacing, and it happens over and over and over again. Jafar lacked so much screen presence he may as well be invisible. And now we get to Will Smith. For me personally, it's getting difficult to see him as anything but a self-marketed product. YouTube Rewind, the bungee jump, he's like a kid waving his arms for attention. And his recent films have been terrible. But it's not like his charisma evaporated, he just wasn't the right actor for the role. The script tries to have him recreate the frenetic transforming genie of Robin Williams, and the result is akin to the farting sound of a deflating balloon. The "Never Had a Friend Like Me" rendition really suffers from this. In the original, it didn't matter that Williams wasn't a singer. He changed his voice every line and it brought so much character to the song. Will Smith can't, and so the song feels empty and lame. What's funny is that Will Smith does the Williams genie half the time. The other half, he's Will Smith, but gay. No, really, he goes full fabulous in the film, exasperated by the CGI making his hips constantly sway. It's like the character is being pulled in two directions by the script and the actor, and neither work. I almost feel bad for Smith because the CGI turns him into something more disturbing than any horror flick I've seen lately. Every close-up was almost a jump scare. In fact, most of the special effects suck. The carpet flying looks fake as hell, and Raja the Tiger is abysmal. I don't know how that got the green light. In fact, I don't know how any of this got the green light. You have no idea how brutal, how excruciatingly painful it was listening to this dialogue and seeing these actors fail so hard. There is a vibrancy to the film. I like the use of colors, many of the costumes are beautiful, and there's a dance scene that was executed very well. But I can't even commend the film for instilling that sense of magic. They really bungled the Cave of Wonders. The entire point of that cave is that it's dark and ominous on the outside, and lustrous and stunning on the inside. Here, Aladdin walks into the cave, and I just sat there thinking, wait, that's it? It's just a cave with a few coins strewn about. It's as if someone on set took a grocery bag and just chucked a bunch of coins into the room and left. Even the escape sequence takes about 5 seconds, the one place the filmmakers could have created that roller coaster sensation. It's like they didn't even try. Director Guy Ritchie was clearly asleep because there's technical issues everywhere, from people being out of frame, to Jasmine glancing at the camera at one point, and every line looks like that actor's first take. And this is what happens when we let companies like Disney get away with infinite remakes. They get complacent, they get lazy, they probably yelled "good enough" instead of "cut." As its own film, Aladdin 2019 is an unfunny slog, and as a remake, it's insulting. I could go on, but more than anything, I'm flummoxed. Not just at the cringy, positive reviews, Fresh Prince of Ali, Aladdin is woke, but at how something this badly made it this far. What a shit show. Skip it.
joy down your throat. Here, have lots of...
Stop it! Jafar, leave him alone!